Ghost Cult Magazine welcomes in Jeff Rains of the band Rains. How are you doing, Jeff?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome, man. Thanks for catching up with us today. Super excited to
Definitely. Thanks for
premiere.
having me.
Yeah, of course. Super excited to premiere this new lyric video for you.
Oh yeah.
First and foremost, has been 15 months of ridiculousness in the world,
Shit.
a lot of drama. I hope you're
Yeah.
well, your family, your peers. I hope everybody's good.
Yeah. Everything's great on my end. Been a weird year and a half, but it's actually better knowing everybody else has gone through it too. I guess I don't know why. Maybe a little fucked up, but it's like it's just this big like nobody knows what the hell's going on.
I think about my parents, probably your parents and their parents, like, world wars, Great Depressions, and other things. This is just one of
Yeah, this is literally something they're going to be teaching my daughter, everybody's kids in history class. Like we've experienced this literally world altering event. So it's kind of crazy. I don't know. The whole thing's just, it's hard. It's been hard to comprehend, but it seems like we're coming out the other side.
right. It does seem like it's getting better. I'm feeling very
Yeah.
optimistic. I see shows and festivals and music and new music videos. So really, it's been a productive time for you despite everything.
Yeah. I mean, I own some tattoo shops too, and I'm a tattoo artist too. So my tattoo industry has just blown up during the pandemic. But I was supposed to be doing some festivals last year with music stuff and doing some touring. And right before that stuff got announced, all the lockdown stuff started. So that kind of, because even this song was supposed to come out last year, and we just had to push everything back. So yeah, but we're here, we're alive, so that's good.
Right on. And it's such a powerful track, man. It's such a good
Thank
song.
you.
In general, like I think I said right before we started chatting, I've been a fan of yours for a while. Love your style, love your vocal style.
Hell yeah, thank you.
You really stand apart from most rock singers, and I really dig it. And so, yeah, let's talk about this track and let's talk about this lyric video.
Okay. Actually, the funny thing is about my singing is I never wanted to be a singer ever. I just wanted to play guitar in a band, so I could, at the most, I wanted to be like Jerry Cantrell and Alice in Chains, at the most. But then I couldn't find anybody to sing the stuff I was writing, so then I started singing, and then before I knew it, 13 years later, it was on the radio. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. So now I can't get away from it. But Ghost, I actually recorded it in Nashville. I wrote the song at like, I think it was 2:30 in the morning. Wrote it in 30 minutes and recorded it the next day. And I think it's the fastest song I've ever written. It's just one of those rare songs that just falls into place, and it is what it is. And it's actually about an old business partner I had. He had just pissed me off real bad that night. So that's what the lyrics are about.
Nice. But, is it still a partner or a former partner?
Hell no, not former. Very former. So yeah, made a good song out of it.
There you go. Sometimes people come in and out of your life for a reason, and then you get good lyrics and good songs about them.
Yeah, exactly. It's always so hard to write. I don't know, when life's going well, it's really hard to write music because you can only write so much shit about unicorns and rainbows, So it's like you got to have some real like dark, depressing shit in there. So you just try to find inspiration wherever the hell you can find it. I don't know. Ghost is a different feel for me. I don't know if I was intentionally trying to do something different. I know vocally I was. I wanted that like almost choir feel in parts of it. So we had the female singer come in, and I don't know. I think I really like the track. I think it's cool, and that's pretty rare because I normally don't like any of my own stuff, but this one, maybe because it's different, it's like, yeah, I still dig it.
There you go. You push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit and get a little different vibe and a little different flavor.
Yeah. It's weird once you get on the radio, it's like people have an expectation of your sound. And if you don't continue sounding like that, some people kind of shit on you for it. But at the same time, they want growth from you. So it's this weird, like almost a no-win situation. And you pretty much have to say fuck it and just do what you want to do. So I think for a few years, I was kind of in that cycle of like, okay, these are the songs that got popular on the radio. So I need to write and record and release more stuff like that. And it was taking me away from what I was naturally wanting to write at that time. So the album Ghost is on. Definitely, I just literally said screw it and did what I wanted to do. And I'm very happy with the album. I'm very happy with how it's turning out. I just finished recording the next single after Ghost, and I was just listening to it with one of my clients while I was tattooing maybe 20 minutes ago, and I didn't even realize it, but the client was like, "Holy shit, you had goosebumps!" And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked down, and yeah, I'm excited about Ghost. I'm excited about the song after. I think it's gonna be a good year.
Awesome, man. I love hearing that. And, you know, I think I love that you mentioned the industry. You know, it's hard for anybody at any level to make it. I just said this to somebody else in another interview. So I hope I don't sound like a broken record to our fans, but I said, I feel like fans and critics will sometimes, some artists, they just let them be and take them on a journey and evolve and change and shift a little. And others, it's like they get used to you. They like you in that first box they heard you in, and they don't ever want to let you grow.
Yeah, exactly. And I know the fans will never understand it, probably. Not taking anything away from the fans, but unless you're really in it and you have that super creative, like for me personally, creating music is like breathing is to you. Like if I don't create music, it's almost painful to me, you know? And the same goes with growing or growth while creating music. Like if I'm not growing while doing it, it almost feels like I'm digressing, you know? It's like a weird, painful, it's hard to explain. So when you're just expected to write the same album over and over again, it starts to fuck with you a little bit. I think it put me in a weird place mentally for a few years. I had also gone through a divorce and just, you know, lived life. So it was kind of a culmination of all that. But then after all that was done, I kind of did a mental music reset, and now I'm putting out the stuff I'm putting out, which I think it still sounds very much like me. I just think it sounds a little more grown up, maybe a little more developed. See what the response is.
Nice
work. I think you also have to get to a level of like, I don't give a shit, you know, like I think at first you start playing music for very personal reasons. You start writing for very personal reasons, and then it gets exposed to the public. It does things like get on the radio, and the personal side of it gets taken away from you. So it's almost like you have to take that back, you know, and say, fuck everybody else. This is why I write music. And it's for me, it's because I have this inside me. And whatever the consequences of that are just have to be what they are. Otherwise, I wouldn't be happy playing music if I was just, it'd be like being in a cover band, you know? I did that once and it was fun for what it was, but I wouldn't want to do it for the rest of my life kind of thing.
What kind of cover band were you in?
It was my uncle's cover band, and we played, I mean, Zeppelin and John Cougar Mellencamp and CCR and Alice in Chains and Collective Soul, and I mean, it was all over the place. A lot of American Legions and a lot of Eagles and shit like that. So
amongst my past history in rock and metal, I also did a tribute and cover band.
It is, oh yeah, for sure. And it is extremely fun. And you get to, for me, it's like I get to let go. I mean, I don't do it anymore, but I got to let go at that time. I didn't have to be putting on whatever persona, you know, you don't have to act like a fucking rock star or anything. You're just playing somebody else's songs. So you can have fun with it. You can move around the stage different. You aren't playing in front of 30,000 people. You're playing in front of shit, hopefully 300 people. And it's like the stakes are a lot lower. So I don't know, I can run around stage being an idiot because I'd never had to sing in that band. So it was just fun. But I don't know. Okay, when I say this, I don't mean the negative side of it, but like a big part of me is almost okay with the pandemic because it gave me a chance to reset mentally and just kind of recalibrate things. And I'm very happy and excited with where things are at now and the music that's coming out. So, and I think that'll kind of be the case for a lot of artists, you know. I think when you're just in that routine of writing, recording, releasing, and just living life, things start to get a little stagnant. So I have a feeling over the next few months, we're going to see some really, really good music coming out from a lot of artists because they had time to do it.
Right on. Has there been anything you've been digging on this year so far, just as a fan of music?
I don't know the politically correct way to answer this. I have a hard time. I have a hard time finding new music that inspires me. You know, I'm guessing like you. I'm an album person. I like full albums. I want a brilliant album from start to finish, and that's just not the way it is now. People are releasing singles and shit like that. So I don't know. I guess I'm almost going through a phase of, I don't know. I've been listening. I listen to like Serious Octane a lot, but there hasn't, like, some of the new Asking Alexandria stuff I like a lot. Um, but then I found like the band Nothing But Thieves, and I got all excited thinking they were a new band, and I was obsessed. I still am obsessed with their albums, and then I realized it came out like 4 years ago. So that's kind of what keeps happening is I keep finding this stuff, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I found a new band, and then I realized it's 10 years old. I was just late to the party. So, and I'm not saying I like I've been loving I Prevail's stuff, you know. Saul, I love their stuff. Like it's kind of all over the place, but there are some brilliant newer artists out. But I haven't heard anything in the past month that, you know, brand new releases that was like, holy shit, that's amazing. So hopefully over the next few months that's what starts happening.
All righty.
But we'll see.
Fingers crossed. We'll get some
Yeah.
stuff. I think
Yeah.
tours are going to come back. I hope you get to get on
Yeah.
the stage. I like watching a lot of your
Yeah.
live videos, so I'm looking forward to getting to see you live. And
Yeah, I'm excited to tour again.
Get you to get back in front of people. I think that's what you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. And that had also kind of hit a point where it was just, I was just tired, and I was just like, fuck, this is just a lot to deal with. So I think that break helped that a lot too, because now like I desperately want to go tour, and I desperately want to play shows and release music, and it just put that hunger back in you, you know, where it's like, okay, now it's time to do this, because now we know tomorrow could start another fucking pandemic and the world could be shut down again. So might as well do it while we can.
There it is. Get it. We'll see. Carpe diem. Seize the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody.
Exactly.
Jeff, man, thanks for hanging out with Ghost Cult.
Thanks for having me, man.
Congratulations on the new single and lyric video for Ghosts. And I'm super looking forward to your next single and more new music from you soon.
Hell yeah. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.